Hello, good evening. It is March 13th somehow already. It's 8:51. We spring forward Saturday night, Sunday morning, whatever. So, I don't know about you, but my internal clock is all messed up because normally it would almost be 8 o'clock. Now it's almost 9 o'clock. So technically I should go to bed so that tomorrow morning when my alarm goes off and I am exhausted, it'll be okay. But we'll see. To be determined. I may or may not go to bed at a reasonable hour. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of daylight savings time. I wish it would go away already. I feel like that they talked about getting rid of it, or they said they were going to get rid of it, or whatever the process is. I know there's bills and things, blah, blah, blah. Clearly it didn't go away. I kind of wish we would just adopt what like Arizona does and just doesn't observe it, and then they don't have to change their clocks. Here we are. Observing it. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Like, I'm awake, but I'm sleepy. So, not a great combination. I have been trying to stay in the habit of filming, like, one video a week of, like, not like these videos, but like an actual, like, hey, we went and did this video, but more like, hey, look at this place, whatever. And this past weekend, didn't do that at all. We went down to the dog beach again. Yeah, I'm talking about you. With Colin, and which was nice, and he was happy about that. And then Sunday we ended up just going to a park called Lake Seminole, and it's a big park. We used to go there a lot, about 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, something like that. Like a few times a week kind of thing, and we just haven't been in such a long time. So we took the Munchkin and we walked. We did the 3-mile trail, and he did great. He was power walking the whole time. So clearly he was really enjoying it. So definitely take him back. See, he loved it, and he got a ton of exercise. So he did a great job. Didn't see any alligators. Usually there are some around, but not this time. Lots of birds, lots of lizards. Ooh, excuse me. Clearly I should probably suck it up and just go to bed. I need to walk the Munchkin before we go to bed, just to make sure he doesn't have to go. Yeah. It's Monday. Yay, Monday. I feel like it was a busy day. It was good because it went by quickly, but it was definitely a busy day, and definitely like I feel like I couldn't just turn off my mind for a little while day. It just was there's a lot going on today, all over the place. So, but could be worse. At least I went fast, got a lot accomplished, got a lot done. I'm sleepy. Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention, and it's more for myself than anyone else, because I'm sure this is boring as hell when people talk about their dreams. But I had a dream, gosh, it was probably a month ago now, maybe a little more than that. And I don't quite remember, like, the whole part of the dream. Like, there's a lot going on. But part of it is traveling. And in my mind, it was South Florida. I have only been to South Florida a handful of times, so I'm not super familiar with it. Like how it looks and all of that. So my dream looked completely, who knows, it was just a dream. But it was like this long highway-esque road with lots of businesses around it, and towards the end of the road where it kind of ended, there was this big skyscraper-esque building, but it had like vines and growth all over it, and it was like a viable business. It just was very like jungly looking. It was just funny to think about because most of South Florida is like the Everglades, so it's very flat. Like there's nothing going vertical. Everything's horizontal. Anyway, so in the dream we couldn't drive any further, but past that building and all that foliage and all the vines and everything was a beach, and that's what we were trying to get to. Now in my dream I felt like there were people with me, but by the time I got to the beach, it felt like people were with me, but I didn't see anyone, so it was like kind of like I was alone. The whole point of bringing this up is because really the end of my dream was very specific, and I don't really know what it means. Maybe it means nothing. But I was thinking about today, and I don't know, it's still sitting in my head. Essentially, the end of my dream, I was walking on the beach. It was supposed to be the very end of Florida, so like, you know, the beach like jutting out, and that was it. But it wasn't just like, oh, here's the end point. It was kind of like not a sandbar because it was above the water-ish, but it was like this beach that cut out into the water. So there's water on both sides, but you could walk on it. So it was like really shallow. I don't know. The part of the beach where there would be waves that would crash over it or wash over it, but then recede so the sand would still be there. So I was walking down this stretch of beach, and there were 3 different sets of waves. So they were coming in from in front and then both sides, so left and right sides. In my mind, in the dream, I knew it was 3 different oceans or bodies of water coming together, and that was like the meeting point of those 3 oceans. Technically, that's true at southern Florida, not really. Pretty sure at the very bottom it's considered, oh my goodness, it's considered part of the Caribbean, part of the Gulf of Mexico. I don't think the Atlantic starts for a bit, but technically it would be the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean, or Caribbean. I don't know. I kind of flip-flop between the 2. But the point is, in this dream, it was like I was trying to get to this beach, this place. It wasn't even, I didn't even know in the dream when I was going. I was just trying to get to a place. And then I got to that place, and it was like the sun was setting. It wasn't like down, but it was like getting lower. So it was that really pretty golden hour-esque light. And I was looking down kind of at my feet, kind of like forward and in front, and seeing all the 3 different bodies of water meeting. And there are other people on the beach like further down, and seagulls and stuff. But it was such a very specific moment in the dream, and a very peaceful moment in the dream, and a very I don't really know how to describe it. It almost makes me kind of upset thinking about it, in a good way, like in a, oh, that was so beautiful way. But it's just so bizarre. I haven't had a dream like that. I'm not really sure ever that it was a happy kind of emotion, in a sense where you felt just happy and like okay, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I don't really know how else to describe it. I really wish this place actually existed. I don't think it exists in Florida, because the end of Florida is Miami. Not super peaceful. And then past that, you get to the Keys, but there's no like beach that I know of that's like that. I don't know. Maybe it exists. Maybe in, who knows? Maybe, I think more than likely my brain just made it up. And I'm rambling about a dream that no one gives a shit about, or gives a hoot about. I should probably not cuss on these. Anyway, I don't know. It was just such a specific dream. I don't know what that means. I guess I could Google it, but then you get some vague answer like, oh, it's, you want to go to the beach. Which is partially true. Although at the time I didn't want to go to the beach. Now I want to go, but red tide, so yeah. I don't know. Weird dreams. Dreams are funny like that. Usually I just have okay, so the most common dream I usually have is a searching dream. And when I say a searching dream, I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm looking for something and I'm trying to get somewhere. So I'm always kind of, usually my sister's with me, which is nice in the dream, but it's like we're navigating somewhere very crowded, lots of people, lots going on, to try to get to somewhere. The most vivid one I remember was I was with my sister, and we were in this market, but it was like another country. It didn't look like America, at least nowhere I've been in America. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, very crowded market, lots going on, like multi-leveled, and we were trying to get to something. I was searching for something. Couldn't tell you what, I just knew in the dream I was driven to find something. And I have that dream probably more than any other kind of dream I can think of, especially in the last probably 7 or 8 years. So then kind of randomly having a dream thrown in of going to a beach, and such a very specific image and a specific feeling. I don't know. It sits weird in my brain. The thing is, I had this dream, like I said, about a month ago, probably a little bit more than that, maybe a month and a half. And it kind of keeps coming up in my mind. Like, why? And like I said, happy, but also kind of makes me feel upset. I don't know. Strange. Anyway, that was a lot of rambling. I thought I was going to have enough to talk about, and here we are, rambling. Yeah, on that note, I'm going to go walk the dog. Or Colin. He's not a dog, he's a creature, right? Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm going to go. Hope you have a good night. Bye.